We are seeing an evolutionary change on our planet, and it's affecting us individually as well as the whole human race. The key driver to me for that change is connectivity. And I'm not talking about networking to try to meet people for social reasons or business reasons. I'm talking about living from the place of our connection. And many people know that we're connected, but when we actually live from that place, powerful things can happen. Let's just give one example. Tomorrow, February 14th, is V-Day. And V-Day is about 1 billion women rising to say no more violence against women. And it wasn't a matter of networking to bring that many people together. It was just our connection. So I'm going to give you a little experiment. And I want to invite you or challenge you to take it on for 10 days. It's very simple, it's easy, and it's fun, but I think it can be powerful. And I'm going to share it at the end of this video because I want to give a couple other examples. So the other day I was having problems with my cell phone. So I went to the cell phone store, and I'm a little bit crabby about it, I have to admit. And I get to the counter, and the woman across the counter, she looked a little bit bored. And so here we are, two people just kind of doing what we have to do. And all of a sudden, I stopped. And I recognized how much this person was contributing to my well-being, because I didn't know how to fix my phone. And as I did that, she no longer was just somebody who was across the counter, but she was a real person. And she was part of my community of mutual support. And so from that place, we started up a conversation. And as that conversation continued, we talked about things that were important to her in her life. And by the time we finished, both of us were uplifted. And we left with a sense of appreciation for one another. And my world was different that day. What if we took away the protection that we have from our neighbors or people on the street and felt them as a contribution to our life? That would be a very different world. I've been thinking about this for a while. In fact, it's been a theme in my life. I grew up in a family where I felt like we were a little flawed. There were things I was ashamed of and I wanted to hide. There were also things about me that were different than other people, and I wanted to hide those as well. So I felt this disconnection. But on the other hand, I loved being around people. And so it was this dance of trying to hide and protect, but at the same time, relate to others. Well, I finally found out that this hiding protection wasn't going to work. And so I started to unravel it. And the more that I've done that, I have found this natural sense of feeling connected with others. And a joy and a peace has come into my life. And most recently, I've taken it another level. I ask, well, why is it that the person that I'm walking down the street with, that I feel a protection against? Or even that homeless person, why am I protecting myself? And I've noticed that as I let go of that protection and recognize that we are a web of human beings, all mutually supporting one another, there is still yet a greater sense of joy in my life. And so I want to share with you this little exercise and just try it on. See for yourself if it doesn't shift something in your life. And if you would, share it with others. I know we all want to create a life or a world where well-being is a norm for everyone. So let's just try a few things on and see how we can break down some of our barriers that we have against one another, some of our protection, our sense of competition. So here's the exercise. For 3 days, just notice the people that come into your life or into your world as you walk through your life. And ask the question, how is this person related to me? Is there a contribution or a sense of mutual support that we have with one another? And some of it may be obvious. Maybe a worker takes you out to lunch. In some cases, it may not be quite so obvious, somebody walking down the street. But if you look, I imagine that you could find something. Perhaps you both pay taxes in the same city, and that helps to support maintenance of the streets, schools, libraries. And over the 3 days, allow yourself to feel deeper into that web, that connectivity that we are. And ask yourself, what is it that holds me back, that keeps me separate? And do I really need to hold on to that? In some cases, you may need to hold on to protection, but just ask the question. Then for the next 7 days, I'm going to challenge you that every day, with at least one person, drop into that connectivity and relate to that person from there and see what happens. And it might be the post person who you've never said hi to and don't know their name, but they deliver mail to you every day. Or it might be the grocery person, or maybe it's the homeless person. What brought them there, and what are their desires for their life? And some of you might be saying, oh, I do this anyway. And perhaps you do. But if you're like me, there is yet another deeper level of capacity to feel this connectivity and to live from there. So just try it on. And like I said, share it with others. And if you would, I would love to have you share with me. I can be reached at Tenaya, Tenaya, at livetrueessence.com. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your wish and your desire and your intention to grow a world where well-being is the norm for everyone. Bye-bye.